time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
My brother is in Kuwait, and Wigs R Us decided they wanted to attack Iran last night.
So if y'all ain't scared, you better get scared. And if y'all ain't prepared, you better get prepared.
Israel just launched a coordinated joint strike on Iran. Iran fired back, attacks on Israel and US bases.
So if y'all ain't scared, you better get scared. And if y'all ain't prepared, you better get prepared. And that is not me fear-mongering, that is the truth, because you got to know we have entered into World War III. The last video I made about us preparing for war and about us going into war, they silenced it. So this is something they already knew that they were going to do. Now, all these taxes that you are getting in, save your money. Those cars are not worth it. Those clothes are not worth it. Your family is, because you're going to need every penny of it. We are about to enter in an era that we, in our generation, in our lifetime, have never seen before. We are about to go through things that we have never experienced before. And everything, every penny that you bring in, you're going to need it. I see a lot of people playing in these comments and on these videos, but now is not the time to play. Now is the time to prepare your family for what is about to come. We have never experienced anything like somebody dropping a bomb on a school, killing a whole group of your children. Your children are about to enter into war, and some of them will not be coming back. And it does not matter if you're Democrat or Republican, that is obsolete now. It is time to prepare your family for what is about to come.
The US and Israel have finally attacked Iran, and Iran is responding by targeting Israel and US bases across the region. As a result, the entire Middle East could be drawn into this war. For the past 2 days, Pakistan and Afghanistan have been actively engaged in escalating clashes, attacking each other. The Ukraine war has been ongoing for years and has involved not only Russia, but much of Europe. China has been preparing for years regarding Taiwan, and a Taiwan conflict could begin at any time. And what about India? It may not need a major reason to escalate tensions with Pakistan, and if Pakistan becomes heavily engaged with Afghanistan, India could attempt to take advantage of the situation. African countries are already burning due to internal conflicts and proxy wars. Countries in the American continents are also involved in tensions. How can Greenland be excluded from the war zone? So what does this mean? Where are we heading in 2026? Have we entered a situation that could be called World War III?
You know, some people are saying that we are in a war, and others are saying that the war has not even started yet. As far as Iran, the war has not even started yet from what they're saying. They said that we have not even started to see what they have. All the stuff that they have shot off or sent out were old ammunitions, old warheads, old whatever you want to call them. We haven't even seen what they have yet. As a matter of fact, we're only 2 days in. We have 3 of our American soldiers killed, 5 wounded in critical condition. They've hit Dubai, and they've also hit Saudi Arabia. And like I said, they're saying that they haven't even started to show us what they have and what they could really do. We thought this would be over in a week. Trump is saying that people would die, but it won't be a long fight. Saudi Arabia is now jumping in this. Since Iran hit them, they're not happy about that. So we'll see how long this is going to take. But Iran is pretty much fighting to the death. They don't care no more. It's over. Since we did what we did, they're going to do what they're going to do. And supposedly, China is giving them the intel on where our bases are. This is getting to be bigger than what I think a lot of people thought.
It's Monday morning. Here's some updates from our new war we have going on in the Middle East. Iran is beating the shit out of Israel. They are just overwhelming the Iron Dome. Just heard that Lebanon has now begun firing missiles into Israel. They're just going to overwhelm it. It's going to get to the point where that Iron Dome is going to be useless because they're running out of missiles. Same is happening on our military bases throughout the Middle East. I believe every one has been struck, many of them multiple times. They also are running out of munitions. Apparently, all the munitions on the bases are being transferred to Israel to protect them. Great use of our tax dollars, by the way. Algiers and Reuters, you need to go follow them if you're not already. I've seen more video and news coming out of those two outlets than I have on any of our mainstream media. They're reporting that this administration is going through back channels to ask for peace concessions. They want to cease fire. How true that is, I don't know. But they woke a monster. Iran has been planning this for 40 years now. And this administration just thinks they can go do whatever they want wherever. Well, they're going to find out the hard way.
The conflict between the United States, Israel, and Iran is not over, nor will it be over anytime soon. We all know that the Supreme Leader of Iran was killed in a strike earlier today, and that made Iran a lot more angry. Iran has since bombed airports in Dubai and Bahrain, but that's not what we should be worried about. Earlier today, before the announcement of the Supreme Leader's death, China sent 16 military cargo planes into Iran, or at least that's what we think. They could be anywhere in the Middle East because when those cargo planes went into the air, they went into ghost mode, so they are undetected by radars. What they were carrying is what should be scaring us right now. China sent Iran high-tech warfare systems, the kind of warfare system that will mess with F-35 jets, like the jets that are being used by the United States right now to attack Iran. That leaves the United States losing power of what it's currently doing in the Middle East, giving Iran the upper hand in the Middle East right now. Now, I want to remind you that the last time we had an operation similar to what the United States is currently doing with Iran right now was called Operation Iraqi Freedom. That began March of 2003 and it ended December of 2011. And it was in fact a full-blown war, but not a world war. Given the way that Iran has been acting, this conflict is not going to end anytime soon. It can take weeks or months, especially because it now has China backing it up. This is all developing and I will keep you posted when more information is to come.
If you haven't heard this warning that the NATO Secretary General just gave recently, I need you to listen. Check it out.
Russia has brought war back to Europe, and we must be prepared for the scale of war our grandparents and great-grandparents endured. Imagine it. A conflict reaching every home, every workplace. Destruction, mass mobilization, millions displaced.
And then even more recently, the Prime Minister of Denmark said this.
She added that if the U.S. were to attack another NATO member, everything stops.
So it's time to prepare.
World War III just started at the early hours of the morning in the U.S. Iran is attacking U.S. bases right now. It's also sending missiles at Israel. And of course, the U.S. and Israel are now going to be reciprocating attacks to Iran. And these attacks are coordinated, not just random. It seems that Iran just started attacking all these U.S. bases and Israel at the same exact time. Now, for now, there's no evidence on if other countries are going to get involved, but it could look like the U.S. is at war again. Now, 2026 just started, and it looks like it's not off to a good start at this point. Now, some people are saying this is World War III. Others are saying that it could blow over in just a few weeks. There's also talks that Iran might have nuclear weapons or they're very close to developing them. But as of now, we're just going to have to see how all this plays out. Right now, this is all breaking news too. Y'all heard it here first. So all y'all waking up to go to work and things like that, this is what you're going to wake up to when you see this. As more information comes out, I'll be talking about it here. But what do you all think about it? Let me know down in the comments.
Iran is warning us because Trump attacked them last night. And he ended up unaliving their leader. So now they coming for us and they saying that everybody in the U.S. need to stay inside because they about to come for us. Like, damn, can I wake up? I just woke up. This is what I'm waking up to. We about to go to war. Can I graduate first? And hella people in Iran passed away because of the attack. And they coming for Israel too because the U.S. and Israel went and did it. And now I see Trump supporters complaining about him, but this is who y'all voted for. When we warned y'all, even Kamala warned y'all that if Trump become president, we're going to go into World War III. Literally, that's what's happening right now. Y'all sat up here, Trump 2026, this, that, and the third. But what has he really done for us? He ain't did nothing but fuck shit up. It's been nothing but chaos ever since he became our president. Y'all, we is into it with Iran right now. We about to go to war. Y'all not taking this serious enough. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. And they saying it's supposed to go on for days. Like, it's supposed to be bombing back to back for days. Lord, pray over all of us in the U.S. Please, like, please take this nigga out the office. Why is he still even in office?
President Donald Trump decided to unilaterally and unconstitutionally drop bombs in Iran. As a member of the United States Congress, I am calling on the Speaker of the House to call us back in immediately so that we can deal with a war powers resolution. I've been warning of the fact that this administration and this president would put us into this scenario. I was concerned when he went into Venezuela because I said that because of the cowardice of our Republican colleagues, this was going to give a permission structure for bad behavior. And that's exactly what we've seen. He is consistently dropping bombs and, as far as I'm concerned, engaging in wars that are illegal and unconstitutional. And I said, look at Donald Trump. Now, mind you, this is before he even got into office. Yeah. But right now, there are a lot of places that have a lot of problems with the United States. Mm-hmm. I disagree with Donald Trump.
I really do know that it is a nightmare for so many people, not just here, but across the world. I get emails from all over this world with people that are fearful because of the lack of leadership that they're seeing right now.
So I do think that there are a lot of people that, number one, want to make sure that there is somebody that will check him on their behalf. My question to Speaker Johnson is how many people are going to have to die because this president just decided that he was going to do whatever he wanted to and to ignore our congressional authority and our congressional powers. It is time to rein him in a bipartisan way.
We know who he is. We know who he was when he got elected the first time. We know who he was when he got elected this time. And so there's not really much to be surprised about when it comes to Donald Trump.
The decision as it relates to war, it absolutely belongs to the Congress, not the president. But unfortunately, the president has decided that his title isn't the president of the United States, but instead he's decided that he is the dictator of the United States. The question is, how many lives are going to have to be lost before people will heed the warnings? This president has engaged in lawlessness since the day that he took office. And unfortunately, it is us Americans, that are going to suffer. Texas specifically has more veterans than any other state. But more importantly, no matter if you're a Texan or otherwise, we all know and love someone who swore an oath to protect this country and signed up to serve in the armed services. Whether it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, just know that this impacts all of us. So I'm asking that each and every person that believes that they're a patriot, please call your U.S. reps as well as your U.S. senators and tell them that it is time to rein in the Mad King.
Times. Hey, what's up, America? Major updates about Iran. So the United States and Israel continue to attack Iran, but we have some figures to talk about and some new instances that have occurred. So 48 Iranian leaders were killed by the United States and Israel when we initially struck. Ayatollah Khamenei and many of the people were reportedly killed in the first 30 seconds of the operation. 9 Iranian ships were targeted and blasted by the United States military. Iran fired ballistic missiles at the aircraft carriers but missed fucking completely. As you know, 3 American service members were killed, 5 were wounded. A total of 5 major international airports were targeted by Iran. Almost 7,000 flights were canceled. Attacks have been felt today in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, as well as United States military bases. We've been heavily targeted in Bahrain as well. We destroyed Iran's naval headquarters as well. And I hear the IRGC headquarters as well. As you know, Khamenei's house is blown up and his offices too. I know, crying shame, right? Strikes have been reported in the country of Oman as well. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu are urging the Iranian people to rise up and overthrow the government once again. President Vladimir Putin has called the killing of Ayatollah Khamenei murder. And as you know, the former president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, was also killed. Around the world, in Pakistan, we had our consulate that was raided by protesters. At least 10 were killed. Of them, our security forces or Pakistani security forces opened fire on the people and killed them. They also tried to use a bulldozer to gain access to a consulate in Iraq as well. That failed. And people in Lebanon were seen in the streets approaching the U.S. consulate there. No word exactly what the fuck happened there. Obviously, we're now being warned about sleeper terrorist cells here in the United States. And last night there was an Islamic attack at a Texas bar where 3 people were killed, 14 wounded by an inspired person that was helping Iran's government. That person was a U.S. citizen. They're dead now. Donald Trump now says he's going to take out the entire Navy of Iran. Moments ago, he just said that. But he says he's open to talks with the new leaders of Iran as they raise the red flag of revenge. Right now, at least 200 have been killed. 747 have been injured. Included in that is about 80 fucking schoolgirls that were killed when a girls' school was bombed in one of the attacks. And attacks are expected to continue for the entire week. Also, they're saying to watch yourself in public, especially around large gatherings or at any place where you can shop. Make sure that you're always defending yourself. I have a few devices on me at all times, and you should as well.
Donald Trump decided to bomb Iran was that the Israelis said for the first time, if you don't bomb Iran to take out these deep bunkers, we're going to use nuclear weapons. And they had never threatened that before. And so Trump said, bombing Iran might actually save us from the start of World War III if it keeps the Israelis from using nuclear weapons.
So according to your source, the Israelis told the President of the United States that if he did not use the United States military power to bomb the nuclear facilities in Iran, Israel, acting on its own, would use nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Do you see why there's a problem with that statement, John?
Yeah.
Because they've never admitted that they've had them.
That's right.
So you're telling me that they just admitted to the President of the United States that they have nuclear weapons and we still do not have them in the IAEA treaty?
I mean, if Israeli nuclear whistleblowers are to be believed, yeah, they've had them. They started working on them in the 50s. They got them around the late 60s or the early 70s.
24 hours, Iran has taken military action against 14 countries. The USA, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq, Bahrain, Israel, Oman, Syria, Cyprus, France, Italy, and the UK. Holy shit! Breaking the French aircraft carrier. Oh shit. The French aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle leave the Baltic Sea and set sails for the Eastern Mediterranean. What were you thinking? The French weren't even involved. They weren't doing anything. And then you just, you know what? Fuck you.
Over the past 36 hours, the United States launched one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensive the world has ever seen.
Gotta say, knocking out the main guy on the first day, that's pretty good.
Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. This wretched and vile man, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. Lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom, take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you. The rest will be up to you. And God bless the United States of America.
This is what Keir Starmer has said. Oh boy, compare this to Trump.
Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation in the Gulf.
This is already sounding like a YouTube apology video.
and explained that the United Kingdom was not involved in the strikes on Iran. That remains the case. Over the last 2 days, Iran has launched sustained attacks across the region where British citizens are staying. Our decision that the UK would not be involved with the strikes on Iran was deliberate because we believe that the best way forward for the region and for the world is a negotiated settlement.
Great idea. Why didn't anybody else think of this?
But the only way to stop the threat is to destroy the missiles at source.
No, wait. Or are you telling me that in order to stop the missiles hitting you, you have to stop the missiles from spawning?
The United States has requested permission to use British bases for that specific and limited defensive purpose.
Isn't it crazy how terrified he is of alienating his radical Muslim voter base? It's so obvious that's the reason why he's pussyfooting around this.
That is in accordance with international law.
Jesus Christ. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm so sorry.
And we are publishing a summary of our legal advice. And we will not join offensive action now.
Iran can bomb you.
But Iran is pursuing a scorched earth strategy. So we are supporting the collective self-defense of our allies and our people in the region, because that is our duty to the British people, protecting British interests and British lives.
Wow. Following the ongoing situation in Iran, I'm convening a special security college on Monday. For regional security and stability, is it of the utmost importance that there is no further escalation through Iran's unjustified attacks on partners in the region? They're not even working on the weekend. World War III happening live. Europeans, the war starts on Monday.
Breaking freaking news, man. There it is, guys. February 28th, 2026. It's here. We at war, guys, with Iran. So we knew this was going to happen. Our leader, chief and commander, gave them a certain amount of time to respond, to try to reach some type of deal. And I guess the deal was all to no avail. So the president says, press the button. Let's go. So now we're at war, man. Missiles are being flown all over the place. They're being shot down out of the sky. Some missiles have been intercepted. Some have even gotten through. I'm hearing one of our bases over in Iran was actually struck. I'm not for sure what the casualty rate is over there or if there is any casualties. But right now, from what I'm seeing, this is going to be an all-out war. It's not going to stop anytime soon. I'm also seeing that this war could last for days, weeks, or even years, guys. 2026, man, has already seen the bottom, guys. We have seen the bottom of so much stuff unfold, man, when it comes to the United States and other countries with the tariffs and the taking presidents out of their own country in the middle of the night and their wives. We've seen the agents, the federal ICE agents, come over to the U.S. and cause nothing but chaos over in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as well as other states, man. So now we are officially at war. I've been telling you guys since January 1st of 2026 to prepare yourself and get ready. Right now, we are all relaxed in our little bitty homes and not really worried about it, man. But this could very well affect all of us. All it takes is one or two of those little missiles to get through. That's it. So you guys let me know what y'all think of this war that's going on. And as a matter of fact, why are we even at war, bro? I'm still confused. Why are we at war? Are we just bored or something? And we just feel like just bombing another country? You guys leave me a comment. Thanks for watching.
I think it could be happening. I think a World War III could be coming to the UK. The US have now got involved once again and bombed Iran. Israel are already on the retaliation and they've already targeted another US military, I believe. They have confirmed now also that it is also a political issue as well as just a general war between Iran and Israel. Iran have now bombed a military base in Riyadh. I'm so scared. I'm having my flooring done downstairs. I don't know if I've just wasted a complete amount of money, if I've got to start building a bunker in the back garden or something. I was debating moving to Dubai a few months ago, but even now they've cancelled all the flights to Dubai. So I'm kind of glad that I chose to stay here in the UK. So yeah, who knows what's to come over the next few days. The news, I've been watching the news this morning on TikTok, and basically they are saying that it's very critical within the next 4 days. Obviously what's going on, loads of flights have been cancelled. Obviously people are told to like shelter. And yeah, they're obviously targeting the US military bases at the moment, but how far are they going to take it? And yeah, I'm here freaking out right now because I hate the thought of war. I don't know about anyone else.
The US and Israel just launched a coordinated joint strike on Iran. Iran fired back, attacks on Israel and US bases across the region. So what does this mean for Africa? Well, this is a war. And when the world goes to war, scared money moves fast into oil, gold, and real assets. Africa is a commodity continent, and right now every commodity Africa sits on just repriced. Let me break this down for you, right? Lives are being lost and that matters, but let me not cap. Trade does not stop for tragedy. We need to start thinking like them. The people who understand are already positioned. US officials confirm Iran's supreme leader has been eliminated alongside several top regime figures. Iran hasn't confirmed that yet, but if it holds, what we've just seen is literally just the opening act. The UK's Royal Navy confirmed that the Strait of Hormuz is effectively closed, with tankers turning back. Iranian forces targeting oil vessels attempting to pass. 15 million barrels a day move through that strait, 1 in every 5 barrels on the planet. That flow has stopped. Crypto markets, which never close, are already showing oil around 5%. Gold has passed $5,464 an ounce, and analysts are calling $6,000 as the next target at the time of me recording. Silver up 8% in a single session. When mainstream markets open Monday, it's going to be curtains. Full crisis premium. Now, here's the Africa opportunity, and it's bigger than most people probably think, right? Nigeria and Angola export crude. Every $10 rise in oil adds $15 million a day to Nigeria's gross export value alone. A $20, $30 spike puts billions in play within weeks. Ghana, Tanzania, Mali, Sudan, Africa's gold producers are sitting on assets that just surged overnight. African commodity exporters across the board woke up today holding stronger hands than yesterday. Now to the risks, right? Because they're real. Most African countries import refined fuel. Oil goes up, food goes up. That's Tuesday morning at the market for real people. If I were advising the cabinet level right now, I'd say watch dollar debt. A stronger dollar makes every dollar-denominated debt heavier overnight. Do not spend that windfall before building buffers. Boom moments become budget crises when spending runs ahead of reality. Africa has lived that cycle before. Treat this as a stress test, not a bonus. Fix the structural problems stopping you producing more. This window will not stay open. And if I were advising Dangote, I'd be like, pattern this thing properly, please. That refinery is a geopolitical asset right now. Position Nigeria as a West African dependable refining hub while global routes are still in chaos. Generational window. Don't waste it. The opportunity is real. The risk is real. The difference between thriving and surviving is the quality of decisions made in the next few weeks. I can do a full breakdown if you want. Let me know if you want to go deeper. Comment Iran.
Time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. And we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. Over the past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now again the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. and they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America" or "Death to Israel" or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, and police to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Morning and happy Saturday to everyone except for the 40 school-aged girls that we killed in our strikes on Iran. And now word is that Iran is striking American bases, and they have struck the naval base in Qatar. So, God bless everyone.
My brother is in Kuwait, and Wigs R Us decided they wanted to attack Iran last night. Him and Israel, calling it preemptive strikes, trying to take out the Iranian missile systems, which they did not even fucking hit. What they did hit was Tehran and other cities in Iran on the midst of us having diplomatic conversations so we could all fucking get along. This is an Izzy type of situation. Izzy will try to say that they're having diplomatic conversations and then attack. So the United States took a play out of Izzy's book. And Iran said, you know what, bitch, it's on. Y'all didn't even hit none of our fucking missiles. And MAGA is trying to frame it as if Wigs R Us is trying to liberate the people of Iran. That's bullshit. We can't even get liberated here. Now, all military bases surrounding Iran are on high alert. That includes Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Kuwait. Now, according to U.S. officials, Iran has already launched missile strikes aimed at multiple U.S. military bases in the Gulf region as a part of its retaliation against U.S.-Israel military strikes on Iran territory. The reported targets are Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, and the naval support activity in Bahrain. Let's hope this doesn't escalate, because I really want my brother to come home in April.
The United States and Israel has struck Iran, so I guess we can say that we are officially at war, and welcome to World War III. So earlier today, U.S. Embassy staff was authorized to leave Israel amid Iran strikes. Y'all, it has not even been 24 hours as of yet, and the United States and Israel has already struck Iran. With that being said, Donald Trump did come out with the 8-minute pre-recorded press conference where he stated that there could be some American casualties due to this war. This war is not going to be like the war that we seen last summer. No, this is going to be very extensive, and this is going to be ongoing, and some American people will possibly lose their life, okay? Let me just say this. Y'all, shit is going to get ugly, and I feel like it's going to get ugly fast. This has been going on for less than an hour, and Israel and Iran is already going back and forth with one another. Let me just start there. In addition to that, I feel like we really have to think about all of the sleeper cells that's possibly in the United States due to all of those damn immigrants that the Biden administration allowed to come inside of this country. Let's just put prayers up for everybody that's involved, y'all, because I do not think that this shit is going to end well, and it can get very ugly pretty quickly because it already has.
Hey, I know it may not seem like it, but we're actually living in the good old days right now. Things are about to get really, really bad.
This was just posted about 2 hours ago on X. Iran has a right to defend itself. And this was posted 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. Bye-bye, Tel Aviv.
We struck Iran, but what comes next? No one's really talking about that. And here's what I think you should be looking for here in the United States and abroad over the next coming weeks. First, let's recap what we know today. It is Saturday, February 28th at about 7:10 p.m. East Coast time here. Now, we know that military strikes began on Iran late last night, early this morning, and will continue for at least a week, according to Trump, who said, quote, pinpoint strikes for a week or longer. We know that's going to happen. We also know Iran is going to retaliate. It's unclear if the supreme leader is or is not deceased. The U.S. and Israel says he is, but the Iranian government hasn't confirmed that, but they haven't denied it either. Particularly their UN ambassador, who was speaking at the Security Council, did not say, hey, our supreme leader's alive and well. And I would think if they knew that, he would have said it. But as far as retaliation, we don't have to really worry about direct military retaliation here in the continental United States, or even Europe for that matter. What we really need to be on the lookout for is cyber warfare, cyber attacks. And not just from Iran. You have to remember who their allies are, notably Russia. Russia is known for cyber attacks, and we've seen that over the course of the past few years. These targeted little cyber attacks, almost as warning salvos, if you will. Now, I think with continued military action in Iran, we're going to see those escalate, and we really don't know the full capability of what Russia or even North Korean hackers can do. Now, we will see what happens. We will see if we're able to rebuff those or if there are going to be impacts on our communication systems, banking, corporate infrastructure. We just don't know. But that is something we're going to have to keep our eye on over the next several weeks and probably months. We don't know when this conflict is going to end. But that, I think, is the biggest risk and disruptor potentially for our everyday lives here in the US and abroad.
According to Trump, this war is going to last weeks. You heard me correctly, a war declared by the President of the United States who doesn't have the power to declare war. Did you know that Congress is not in session right now, just like the last time we attacked a country? So they say weeks, it could be months, it could be years. This is going to cost us billions and billions and billions of dollars. All while you don't have health care. Millions of people are getting laid off. Oh, and wait until the stock market opens on Sunday night. Oh, that's going to be an absolute shit show. Don't forget, oil and gas always goes up when war happens. Do you know that insurance companies have already put out the disclaimer that if any oil barges go through the war zone, there's no insurance for them? Yeah, so they won't be doing that. You can thank the Supreme Court number one. Donald Trump would actually be in jail right now for 34 counts, felon. Yeah, so thank the Supreme Court first. And then I want you to thank the Republicans in Congress, because Congress gave away their powers. They let him do anything he wanted for 13 months. thank all of those people, because people are going to die and it's going to cost you money. You thought gas, oh, it was great. It was $2.39 a gallon. Oh, just wait. You thought that us having negative returns in January and February in the stock market was bad. Yeah, wait until Sunday night, Monday morning. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? 77 million uneducated people voted for this.